guys, it's me, Athletic Brony, FritzRolle732, and last Friday, I just saw what is right now and could potentially be the greatest and best movie this year in 2019, and that is Avengers Endgame. Oh my gosh, guys, this movie was made to perfection. Or at least almost, because there were a few flaws, but I will get into that later. But before I get into that, especially spoiler territory, I gotta say, the movie was just absolutely so awesome, and I just had such a wonderful experience. Oh my gosh, I flat out loved it. And this is right now one of my top favorite Marvel movies of all time. It was just absolutely great. I mean, almost everything was just absolutely perfect, from the editing to the pacing, to the long 3-hour time length of the movie, to its dazzling visual effects and animation, to its action sequences, to the performances made by our favorite actors who play our favorite and memorable superheroes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh my gosh, seriously, everything was perfect, except for one thing, and that is the story. The story was pretty confusing in some parts, and I'll get into that when I talk about spoilers, but other than that, just absolutely an awesome movie and just a pure work of art. Now that my spoiler-free thoughts are out of the way, let me tell you guys what has happened in the movie. But before I get into spoiler territory, I just want to warn you guys, if you have not seen this movie, there's the X. You might as well click it and get the hell out if you don't want to be spoiled. I seriously am warning you guys. There are going to be some massive spoilers into this review, so I am full on warning you. Alright, here come the spoilers. In 3, 2, 1. This movie was a great finale for the Avengers. Oh my gosh. What a finale. Now, I know this isn't the last Marvel movie ever, because Spider-Man Far From Home is coming, and I'm so hyped up for that. But I can see why this movie is now called the Avenger finale, because if you guys saw this movie, you can tell, oh my gosh, what had happened, and that was the death of Iron Man towards the end of the film, and oh my god, I was not expecting that. Well, then again, I kind of was, because one of my friends made a full-on prank where he knocked on a door and he was yelling, Black Widow and Iron Man are going to die. And let me tell you, funny enough, when I called him out on it today, he actually meant that as a guess. And I was like, wow, that guess was oddly specific, because he told me he has never seen any Marvel film, and so he tells me that. I'm like, holy shit. But anyways, going back, oh my god, that ending. I know I'm kind of jumping the gun on this one, but I just want to tell you guys, because that is going to be the most talked about thing, you know, when people post their reviews. But let me tell you, Iron Man's death, I wasn't full on crying or bawling, but it brought me into tears. Oh my gosh. It was so sad. It was really heartbreaking and just hard to watch. But hey, at least he did it for the sacrifice of everyone that was battling Thanos, and if not, the innocent lives on Earth. He did all that, and he risked his life for it, and oh my gosh, respect. It was a great way to go, even if it was heartbreaking and so shocking. Oh my god. And also, as for other highlights other than that, I gotta say, I was also not expecting Captain America not only going back in time to get back together with Peggy Carter, but also the fact that he was the chosen one to Thor's hammer. Oh my god, that one was even more shocking than the whole Peggy situation, which I'll get into that later. But let me tell you, when I saw that, I was like, okay. My mind blew up when I saw that. It was just... Did that happen in the comics? Because for those of you guys who don't know, I don't read the comics. I'm more into the movies and stuff. So for me, I was surprised, and that really blew my mind and stuff during the whole final battle scene. Like, holy crap. And speaking of the final battle scene, my favorite part exists in that scene. And my favorite part was the whole setup where we saw all of our favorite female superheroes of the MCU universe battling against Thanos' army and stuff. And I gotta say, Trevor, Auto Knights, Princess Deadpool, if you're watching this, I disagree with you, man. To me, When I saw this, it really didn't feel that forced, and it really blew my mind because I did not know that we were gonna get like a girl power moment here, but unfortunately we did, and I loved it. I was like, yes, yes. Yes! Oh my god, I just flat out love it. I mean, seeing our favorite female superheroes working together and being the total badass bitches of MCU that we all love and kicking Thanos' army's asses. Oh my god, I just absolutely love that. Especially when Captain Marvel comes in and blows up Thanos' ship like a boss. Hell yes. Oh my god, I love that. I feel bad she wasn't in the movie that much though. Oh well, but aside from that, it's still probably my favorite moment in the movie right there. Oh my god, I just absolutely love that. And speaking of surprises, there have been several surprises other than those two things. Like also, as I mentioned, Captain America, after he returns the Infinity Stones back to their original places, he decides to make the move to stay with Peggy Carter and no longer be trapped into the ice caps, thank god, and marry her and stuff. When I saw that the first time, I was like, oh, yay. And it was a good way for Captain America to go and also hand the torch to Falcon. Like, that was pretty cool as well. And as for everybody else, I also like the fact that Thor set up this whole new territory in, like, Oklahoma called New Asgard. And then all of a sudden, like, before they were trying to collect the Infinity Stones, like, when they were doing that whole time travel heist, which I'll get into that later, all of a sudden, heck with him growing weight and stuff. Oh my god, I gotta say, this was both the funniest and the cringiest thing in the movie, and it was the fact that Thor was a Fortnite player. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Like, seriously, I get Fortnite is a hot topic these days, and especially in pop culture and video games, but god damn it, you have to really stop promoting Fortnite, everyone. Like, seriously, stop promoting Fortnite. What is with these mainstream movies promoting Fortnite? I mean, first we got Wreck-It Ralph doing the frickin' flossing, and then all of a sudden we get this. Like, what the hell? What is up with people in Fortnite? If you're gonna respect a video game, like, give Overwatch a chance and stuff, but whatever. Anyways. And also, another thing for cringy moments, I also didn't like Hulk's presence. Like, Bruce Banner now found a way to mix up his own intelligence to, like, Hulk's, physical body and stuff. And when I saw that, it immediately brought me back to that one episode of that cringy Marvel cartoon show, Superhero Squad show. And that one episode where Hulk turns normal in a sort of way, like he still is Hulk's self, but at the same time a more normalized Hulk instead of his rage and all that. And so seeing this, I'm like, oh god, are we really gonna get like a whole callback to that cringy Marvel cartoon show back in the 2000s that only children liked or thought it was decent at best? So yeah, that pretty much happened, but at the same time, whatever. As for any other bad moments, and this is the part where I mentioned why the story is confusing and stuff, and it was actually the part where the whole time travel thing started happening. I know in the movie they point out the whole movies that do their own time travel things and stuff, but since they're no longer following those tropes in those time travel movies, they're instead making their own rules. It makes it all really confusing, because in the scene where Black Widow dies, I was like, wait, she dies in a past timeline, and then all of a sudden everybody comes back. How come her past self doesn't come back and Gamora's does? Like, that does not make any sense. And then after that, I was like, oh wait, I know the reason. It's probably because of the fact that she was still alive, like, even after everyone vanished. And so technically, that actually counts as an actual death. Because even if they were to bring people back, it would actually not change her fate as well. But then I looked back on that and I was like, yeah, that could have happened. But then at the same time, no. I think Black Widow would notice, like, in some way, and her fate would change in like a little bit in some way. Like, I still feel that she would still be alive, but who knows? I may be wrong. Maybe what I said could be proven right. Who knows? I'm kind of mixed on the whole Black Widow's dying thing and all that. And also, I have another question. How come Nebula's past self dies and not Nebula in the present? That doesn't make any sense. Because isn't the rule where if you kill your past self, you die too? Because that's supposed to be the technical rule. But unfortunately, this movie says, nope, we're avoiding those rules. Screw those rules, we're making our own rules. And in this one, Nebula, even though her past self is dead, Nebula is still alive because she's a good guy. Yeah, that doesn't work. That's not how it's supposed to work. And so that's pretty much my gripes about this film. But anyways, with all these highlights and a few of these scenes that I kind of felt a gripe on, overall, the movie was just so awesome. I absolutely loved it. And if I did have to give an overall rating for this Marvel Avengers finale, I give this one a 9.25 out of 10. It was just an awesome movie and a great Avengers finale. It was the Avengers finale right there. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my review and I guess you would say ramble of what is now the greatest movie of 2019, Avengers Endgame. Be sure to subscribe, check out my movie review series and my MLP Grimdark fanfic review series and my reactions as well, and click on the bell and all as well, and be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at FritzRolle732. And if you guys have seen Avengers Endgame, click down your thoughts in the comments below. And with that being said, I tip my hat to you for a good show, and that's a wrap. See ya!